Hey, it's AK Helm. Thanks for joining me here at Boss at the Helm. Today, we're going to take a look at a common question that we hear, which is what's the difference between a manager and a leader, maybe a supervisor and a manager? And then, what are we talking about at Boss at the Helm when I say I want you to be a boss leader? So, let's start with supervisors, more of a frontline type manager, usually a little bit more junior than a manager. So, entry into managing and typically have responsibilities that are less about the people they're managing and more about specific tasks that they have to get done. Now, managers can be similar to that, but often it's this huge grouping of people, roles, responsibilities, experience levels, etc., that fall into that manager category. So managers tend to be very tactical and operational. They might have help of other team members who report to them, or they may not actually have direct reports, they just have responsibilities. They potentially could focus on specific goals that have been rolled down to them. Managers tend not to have to set the goal, direction, vision, strategy, etc. They tend to be implementing those things. It's leaders who are generally responsible for setting the very high level direction that the organization or the division, the team is going to take. So, leaders who set the vision, the strategy, they direct culture, they provide goals, and try to get their managers to then distill that down to the rest of the team that they're responsible for. Leaders tend to look a little bit bigger picture than a manager. Now, all that to say, there's such a variety across the line, right? You may have the person at the head of a company, maybe a small company or a medium sized company, who is supposed to set those things, but doesn't do that either because they are focused on other initiatives or potentially they don't know the job of role of a leader or don't see value in those things yet. So you may have managers in a company taking on a lot of that responsibility. There's quite a spectrum, um, and it's just going to vary from job to job. But as you're looking at this, and as you're saying, "Hey, is management, something that I'm considering, or is leadership something that I'm considering?" And you're looking at some of the differences. I want you to keep in mind that all of those roles are going to have a variety of experience. They're going to have a variety of different behaviors and habits because none of our managers and leaders are all on the same track and path when it comes to what they believe the role should be, how they were trained in the models they saw, the cultures that they grew up in. All these things impact how you actually work as a manager or a leader. So, what does it mean when I say boss leader? I will tell you that at Boss at the Helm, one of the things that I'm really focused on helping everybody understand is you can be a boss leader of yourself. Yes, I think each of us has a leader within. And I see these people on teams all the time. They are the ones who contribute, who lead, who provide actionable leadership, but maybe aren't in charge of the company, the division, or the team. They're just an individual contributor who does make a difference. So that's what I mean. Boss leaders, whether they're managing themselves or managing and leading others, are those individuals who are really owning their power. They're deliberately making choices, taking the time to learn how to be better, to be aware of their own behavior, to look around and question, what is it that I've been taught? Where have I been left behind? What do I think I used to do that I no longer want to do because it doesn't serve me and my team? Those are boss leaders, and they use their power for the benefit of themselves and others. So I invite you to learn more. You can go to bossatthehelm.com and download a free PDF about the differences between managers, leaders, and boss leaders. Follow me on this YouTube channel and on Instagram, Boss at the Helm. And stay connected with me at bossatthehelm.com. There's a couple different ways to opt in and subscribe. We'll learn together how to be boss leaders.